Alright, guys, it's the final part. You know what must be done.
Boy, I
can't
fucking love wasting 15 minutes.
they brought back auto-scrolling in Sonic. Why do they keep doing that?
Shut up.
Best level in the entire game. Hey, remember that credit sequence in New Super Mario Bros. Wii?
Oh, yeah, I actually do.
Yeah.
Alright, so
let's make it longer.
I guess we might as well just call this episode Blue Zone Podcast, because that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah,
you know,
so,
okay. I may as well say now. When we were done recording the original end of this run, I DM'd Deji to because we spent like almost double the time explaining about the game to just put the credits over our talking anyway. So I feel like this is just the best time to just talk about this game anyway.
And plus, it's a better way for us to talk about our final thoughts on the game.
I mean, I guess. Might as well just make the Sonic Colors final thoughts.
Yeah.
Instead of final part.
So, overall opinions, Isao, you're the guest. I think you should go first.
Well, I can easily say the best part of this game is the music to me. I just love coming back and just taking in the music while doing the admittedly simple levels. Because I guess that's what I love about Kirby as well. It's just the levels are simple, but if the music's great, that's all I need. It's definitely I was about to call this the first game with Boost, but that's not accurate.
Sonic Rush.
I was thinking Unleashed, but okay. But, going back to the game, there's not really a lot of lows to it. Like, there's no level I absolutely despise or don't want to look forward to. It's just a lot of it is kind of stick with the Boost formula that I've just grown to resent over the years, and I still feel it with this game.
No,
story.
but Isao, you can't criticize the Boost, or else you'll be part of the problem with the fanboys. You must be grateful. I got blocked by telling somebody. You know, you can enjoy something without making fun of somebody because of the Paper Mario thing.
Was that the Toonami Tom Avatar guy?
No, it was a Power Rangers avatar.
But as you were saying about the story,
it was just funny. It was like,
I like how you hang around the riders. It's like, oh, you.
That was completely unintentional.
But yeah, no, story is like, it's definitely a sign of the stuff of the times to come. But I don't mind the writing in this game in particular. I definitely like the more simpler approach here, because Eggman is kind of sort of a threat, not like how he was before, but still a pretty good plan. So yeah, I'd say I put Colors like right in the middle of of Sonic's I want to go back to. Not the best, but I can play this instead of most games, and I think that's all I have to say about it.
I mean, Colors in general, I kind of do what Deji brought up either on camera or off camera, I don't even fucking remember, about how if Forces did come out instead of this, people probably would have thought Forces was a good game because it was coming off of Unleashed. But I feel like...
And people think I'm insane for saying that.
No, I get where you're coming from. It's just... It's not just about the game and playing the game. It is also about what Colors did. Because this... Amsterdam, New York session, huh? But Colors in general was... It seemed like Sega actually did listen. Because people Unleashed wasn't fully hated. People did say that the daytime stages in Unleashed were fun, and it felt Sonic true to form in 3D. And unlike most people nowadays that resent the boost, which I don't necessarily get, I feel like the boost formula is a natural evolution of Sonic's gameplay, because Sonic's about going fast. The boost gameplay is about going fast. Competent boost gameplay is about going fast and correcting yourself to get the best possible speed that you can. That's what I did for Generations and Colors, and to an extent Unleashed. With that said, I don't mind if the next Sonic game is like Sonic Adventure. I just want a fun game that people won't fucking lose their head over, but I know that's never going to happen even if we do get a 10 out of 10 game. In terms of colors...
Look, you're never going to please anybody.
You're never going to please everybody, I know that.
Everybody.
It's just...
And just because people aren't satisfying with it, and like if they give out legit reasons to why they don't like it, they're not a piece of human garbage. Yeah. Unless they are actively making you feel bad for liking it, then you can call them out. Yeah. And it's not that hard.
And they can fuck off. But in terms of gameplay, I think Colors is fine. It's obviously not my favorite 3D/2D Sonic game out there, but I think it is a very fun game. And it did what it was set out to do. It's not taking itself seriously. It's just a fun Sonic game. You have Sonic, you have Tails, you have Dr. Eggman enslaving little creatures to do his bidding, or to just power his machines. It's just like the good old days, Jim. But, you know, that's what it is, and that's what made Sonic Sonic. In terms of the level design, it's fast-paced, but it's also short for replayability, or you can just do a different pathway, like classic levels. But I think what this game set out to do, it did it right. It's obviously not a 10 out of 10 for me, but it is definitely a solid, enjoyable, fantastic game, nonetheless. And, you know, this put Sonic back on track, and for once, people actually stopped considering Sonic as a joke. And for that small period of like 3 or 4 years, it was rather nice. But now here we are in 2020, and that decade has passed, and, you know, this is what we're dealing with now.
The big old Sonic drought of this decade.
So, before we get into that, let me say my thoughts. Sonic Colors is it's just an okay game. I do not hate it, I don't dislike it, I just feel like I understand the circumstances of the game and why people like it, but I'm just treating it as a game on its own. I just felt like there was something missing and lackluster.
It's not the second coming of Jesus.
No.
Like, neither was Mania.
You can absolutely admire the amount of effort and work that went into this game, especially presentation and all, but you can absolutely not like the game as well.
No video game developer goes out of their way to make a bad game.
You say Mania isn't the second coming of Jesus. I'm just thinking, yeah, of course it is, because Jesus didn't come back and say, hey guys, remember when I died? Let's do that again, but slightly different.
There are interesting ideas. I actually do like the Wisp, and I do understand why they needed to take a step back. I just wish that, for future games, they would implement the Wisp better. The Wisp Bonds was probably a good on the right track, but I feel like every subsequent game, they just feel tacked on because, hey, people liked Colors. And we kind of forgot why people liked them in the first place.
Well, I don't think they're tacked on.
It's because they added to the level design.
I don't think they're tacked on in Sonic Team Racing because they're just power-up items there.
Games that count.
Okay.
Also, that game was a year old.
That's not necessarily Sonic Team. Yeah, I turned 1 recently.
Why do they keep doing this, man?
It's the most whatever Sonic game to exist in recent years. Because the more you think about it, the worse it kind of gets. We'll fix online. We never did.
All right, but we're not talking about. We're not talking about racing.
We're not talking about that yet.
We're talking about Colors.
We'll record the story mode eventually. No. Not now.
No, it's not the Team Sonic Racing.
But yeah. And again, I do feel like it got more praise than it really needed at the time. Because it's a fun game, but it's Oh yeah, because I just looked at all the reviews from both fans and the critics. So it's like, maybe there was some. Maybe I feel like you guys liked it because of what it wasn't, than rather what it was. If that makes sense.
And you're most likely right.
That was not where I was expecting you to go. I was saying more like the only criticism that made me double take was like, maybe the 6 acts of this game kind of padded out for the worse.
Oh yeah, like there are some stages that are just like, you probably could have done with that.
I mean, even the best Sonic game is still not a 10 out of 10, because a 10 out of 10 means the game is perfect and there are no flaws to it, and there is no Sonic game that is flawless. Honestly, I don't even think there is a game.
Yes, we're gonna go, but before anyone says anything, yes, no game is perfect. We know, but it's just,
I think even the best Sonic game has that one thing that just makes it annoying. You know, with colors.
Do you think, like, when it comes to this series, we just like the idea more than the actual execution?
Well, that's what Sonic is in general. The idea of Sonic is very interesting and very captivating. You know, Sonic in general is a very interesting concept. He's a very easily marketable concept. You know, that's what...
And then I play the game and it's just, I hate speed. Why do people like this?
The execution.
Well, the thing is, though, if you have a good Sonic game, you have a fucking good game. Like, if you can make a good Sonic game, you have a good game. You know, it's... Sonic in himself is an extremist. When he's good, he's fucking good. But when he's bad, oh, is he fucking bad. You know, in a way, Sonic in himself, the franchise, the icon, the image, and the fan base is just a spectacle to behold. It's just, I feel like that in itself keeps the Hedgehog alive. Because, I mean, if you really think about it.
No, because Sonic is just a very marketable character.
Sonic has had not one, but 2 career-ending games. With 06
and let's be real, if that was any other franchise,
they would have done.
If Nintendo put out a Mario game on that tier, say what you want about Color Splash, but in terms of how it functions and whatnot, if it was on that level of 06,
they would have.
Or if we had a 3D Mario game on that tier, Nintendo would have just retired. They would have gone nuclear.
Well, they would have been doing major damage control to the point where it would take years. But the fact is that
that's why I mean nuclear.
Sonic is
that's
still
why
here.
Somewhat since it also marks 3 years. Sorry to do this to you, Terrence. Since that Mario plus Rabbids leak, I was told that Nintendo had a lot more writing on that game than we actually thought they did. Because if it was bad, legitimate shit, the franchise's reputation would have been at major stake.
You know, it's interesting how, honestly, and this might be a little bit too much, but in a way, Sonic kind of represents the human race, where he is not like...
Oh my gosh. The Earth graphic is cut off at the bottom.
Oh my god, it is.
The what?
The Earth graphic.
Yeah, the graphic
is cut in half.
Is caught at the bottom.
Oh.
I didn't even realize that. And this is where Eggman finds a time meter for some fucking reason.
Yeah, and we never know what this plan is.
I mean, yeah, he just finds it, and then he just says, fuck you, Orbot and Cubot, I'll see you in Lost World. Oh no.
Generations forgot to write a plot.
See, his voice is different. Now,
yeah, I definitely see what you...
Because now Cubot's original voice now, he sounds like a Muppet.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dopey, but yeah, Muppet covers him more.
But as I was saying, Sonic in himself kind of does represent the human race, because Sonic has had so many fucking mistakes. Sonic is a huge laughingstock, and he's just not perfect in any way. But he's still here. He's still alive. And for some reason, people still love him. Because there's just something about him that just keeps that spark flaming.
Well, that's why people are going so awkward about the about lack of content.
Yeah.
Granted, it's because they keep releasing a game every year to say fresh or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's like if Pokemon stopped making games for like 3 years, people would lose their shit.
Yeah, they did. Remember 2015? People were actively losing their...
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
For some reason.
But I also think...
Even after people were mixed on a Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah, I want my game. I need my dopamine rush. But I feel like that's the thing that... And not to mention, Sonic means so many different things to so many different people. You have the fucking Archie comics. You have Saturday AM. You have Sonic the Comic. Like, you have the Sonic manga that came out in the 90s. Like, Sonic means so many different things and brings so many different memories to so many different people on this planet. You know, it's amazing that fucking video game franchise did all of that.
A franchise that was just made as a marketing ploy.
To rival Mario. Like, in a way,
yeah.
Sonic in himself really isn't just a video game character. You know, he's kind of a little bit of everything. Like, Sonic is Sonic. So,
Terrence is starting to scare me. Stop.
I don't know, man.
You're starting to become that type of person.
I don't know. A lot's happened in these past few days, and it's gotten me thinking.
I think the moral of the story is sometimes when a franchise disappoints or if there's lack of content new, find something else to play.
I mean, yeah.
Where's that list? I feel like we need a list of games people can play instead.
I don't know. Oh, let's see. There's Kirby. There's Mario.
I mean, that's where I was, actually. I wanted to put more of my time in Kirby.
Well, I mean,
there's Dragon Quest.
You're absolutely right. And I feel like people...
Zelda. There's The Last of Us.
That was a funny joke. That was a funny joke. You're a funny guy, Dad.
Watch The Last of Us 2 get a 97 on OpenCritic and Metacritic.
It's gonna be fucking bullshit.
Well, I'm not hating the game. It's just I know that
you realize if
it
gets a bad review, you're gonna have to post it with the fucking Woody laugh. It's not, but
it's gonna get good reviews. I just hope that Sony realizes it. We'll later. Anyway, look, there's just the world does not revolve around this franchise as much as many people make themselves out to be.
Well, honestly, you made it with the Persona joke, but it could be said for Sonic as well.
I mean, yeah, that has vocal and passionate fans, but this isn't what the world or the gaming industry revolves around. Because if it was true, we'd see more of it.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that Sonic fans are a very loud minority in the gaming industry. And unfortunately, the loudest are the most that are made fun of.
So what you're saying is we need a new franchise to replace Sonic was.
Are you talking about new franchise to make fun of? Because
No. In terms of popularity, because
Naughty Dog was doing a pretty good job with that.
We don't have. Shut up. We don't have another Mario or Sonic, and to some extent Crash.
We never will.
Pikachu.
That's never gonna happen ever again.
I don't want to say never, because remember, Mickey Mouse was the icon, and now it's SpongeBob.
Well, I'm more talking about in video games.
Well, you also have to realize that video games are still relatively new.
No,
I'd say the close. I want to say Minecraft, because that's what most kids have been playing for 10 years straight.
I would say in terms of impact, I don't think a video game will have a major impact on life. Not just the video game industry, but life, as much as Pokemon did. I would say Minecraft is extremely close, but I feel like Pokemon took over the world, and I think this, I feel like it can't be replicated.
We can try, damn it.
I mean, this conversation can also be used for a different topic because we're just going on a completely different tangent.
You say that we try to make another video game that's like way more popular, but going back to Sonic, I'm not sure if they're trying to do that. It feels like they want to make a good game, and that's for the sake of a good game.
I think someone at Sega...
But hey, they did say that they are taking their time this time. But again, we've heard this song and dance several times in the past. And this isn't meant to be a jab at them, but...
No.
One good game, and I'm not talking about another Mania, one good 3D game isn't going to be enough. You have to start making constantly good games.
I think the problem is that from what I've heard, pretty much all the people that were that made Sonic Unleashed, that made Sonic Colors, that made Sonic Generations, all of them were working for Sega or Sonic Team, and then they eventually left and got either better paying jobs, which makes me believe that Sonic was just used to hire people, and then once they realized that they were good, they
apparently that wasn't really proven.
Oh, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be
that
happy
was false
that
because yeah.
But I know whether it's Aaron Weber, whether it's Izuka-san, whether it's some other person, someone at Sega and Sonic Team obviously do care about the franchise.
Of course.
I honestly do, even though Izuka is a lot of the problems, I still think at the end...
Not really.
I still truly believe that he cares about this franchise because he's been with it the longest.
No, he's not the problem, if that's what you were saying.
No, there are a lot of people that do believe he is.
He's not.
I know he's not. And I feel bad because I feel like he's the fall guy.
No, it's because he's the head of it, so that's why he's the easier scapegoat. Kind of like how everyone says that Miyamoto was the problem with a lot of things at Nintendo, even though it wasn't him.
Yeah. But I feel like, I mean, for God's sake, he fucking moved to America. He can't really even speak English, but he moved to America to work with Sega of America just to make this fucking franchise better. Like, unfortunately, whether it's the higher-ups at Sega or whatnot, someone's going to have to suck in their pride and just take the fucking feedback. You know, it's...
Oh, they do. I feel as if... I don't want to say it's the wrong feedback, but it's the execution isn't well. Because every Sonic... Let's be real. Every Sonic game has a good idea.
Yeah.
Heroes. That was a good idea. Just poorly executed. Black Knight. Good idea. Poorly executed.
I mean, Forces had the moneymaker idea. It was just unfortunately not as good as it should have been.
But apparently it is better than Super Mario Odyssey.
Don't even... I'm not
who
even...
Says?
Don't.
I keep forgetting who.
Why do you got to do that? We were having a nice conversation, and then you got to do that. We were having an actual intellectual conversation for once, and then you just got to do that.
Continue. Yeah, again, Forces, it should have just been Avatar only.
Yeah.
Like hell, just make the Avatar time cops from Silver's future.
Oh yeah, do like a fucking Xenoverse shit.
Oh my gosh.
That'd actually be pretty cool, yeah. I mean, hell, Sonic tripped off of Dragon Ball long enough. Might as well ride that coattail. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Make Silver a time cop.
He pretty much should be at this point.
Yeah, considering how he just comes back and forth to the fucking past.
Have the Avatar take the death blow from 06.
Sure, no. Why not? Just, be a Xenoverse-like game.
Yeah, I mean, that would be kind of interesting. I wouldn't mind that. But I feel like we've gotten to a point now where it's 2020. Sega clearly does not need to rely on Sonic anymore to make money because they are bringing back their IPs. Yakuza gives them...
Yeah, we have a new Streets of Rage. We have a new Sakura Wars.
Panzer Dragoon remake
is still going strong.
Yeah, Yakuza gives them buckets of money. You know, they have all the Club Segas, they have all the mobile games. It's obvious at this point that they don't need Sonic to make all their money. So this is why I kind of take these words that they're saying a little bit more seriously, because I
again, you can say so.
Yeah,
again,
I know.
It's like,
it needs to be, they got to put their money where their mouth is. But they don't need to make Sonic games pumping out every year, because they don't.
Which was their problem,
yes.
And unfortunately, I feel as if that's why people are losing their minds now.
But
especially tubers that
because obviously the more you do it, the more you rush it, the worse it's gonna get. I feel like Pokemon's the exception, because technically none of their games are really bad on the same level as Sonic, but none of them can be good per se. But I feel like Sonic doesn't need to make money for Sega as much as it used to do. Sega has other IPs and other resources of gaining their money. Okay, that was a thing. They can take their time with this franchise now. There's no need to rush. And I honestly don't know why we haven't gotten a sequel to Mania, because it shouldn't have took this long, and considering how popular it is.
I feel like Christian Whitehead and his crew were just forming their own studio, so they're just getting things done. And I feel as if they probably were, maybe not Stealth, because apparently he's going through his own thing right now.
What do you mean?
Simon Tomley. He made a Kickstarter for his own game.
Oh, that's right.
And it didn't go. He canceled it because it didn't do so well.
Oof.
There something happened, but I don't know what it was. But unfortunately, that's leading to people thinking maybe Sega doesn't want to hire those guys anymore, and they'll just do it on their own, because apparently they feel like this if the reason why Mania was successful was because it was just a 2D game. But I don't know the whole story about that.
That also makes me, because when Mania first came out, someone brought up a question like, are they going to be spiteful about it? Kind of like how Metroid went. Because Sakamoto, that was clear fucking spite.
With the Prime games?
Yes, that was clear fucking spite. It was fucking stated, because Other M goes out of its way to say how certain things in Prime aren't canon.
And then they made Prime 4, and now Prime 4 is in development. Like, whoops!
Yeah, so that was pure jealousy. And knowing Sega, and knowing how they've had some xenophobic tendencies in the past, and also just the struggle that Sonic had between Japan and America back in its past.
Since its inception.
So it makes me wonder if they did get spiteful. But I feel like money talks, and I feel like at some point you just got to put your pride on the table and say, all right, but I don't know. I don't know any of these guys, but I know how that mindset can be. And because, that's a money tank. You make more levels, you make Sonic Mania 2, or you make another 2D Sonic game that's not Mania, but just something different. Like, I don't think it's that hard. I've never made a game, so I don't know. But I don't think it should be that hard. But unfortunately, the only thing we can do is just wait. But, unlike people on Twitter, I have other things to keep me preoccupied. I got movies, I got other games, I got anime to watch. You have
a commentary channel.
I got drawings to do. So I'm in no rush for Sonic news. Shut up. I don't mind being patient. I'm drawing my Sonic stuff, and I still want to replay some old Sonic games because it's been a while. So, that's.
And I'll throw a hot take. I feel like the reason why the drought in 2015 to 2017 was bad, from our perspective, was because, well, maybe not you, because most of us didn't really have a lot of stuff. Like, I didn't have a PS4 at the time. and there's like Nintendo was also being during their dark ages, so there was not really a lot of games to look forward to. But now we're at this point where it's like there's so many games out right now and so many collections, so it's like I can wait.
Yeah. Like, I still have Nier Automata that I haven't played yet. I have the Resident Evil remix that I want to get to. Fucking Shantae's coming out. I already ordered the game off of Limited Run Games. You know, there's the that new Steam game that's free to play and apparently is a cool puzzle game. You know,
I am gonna be in lockdown when Xenoblade's out.
Yeah, not to mention Xenoblade, and we're in a fucking quarantine, so you have time to play all these games. So it's...
Yeah, I'm currently playing through Paper Mario and Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, I'm playing through Final Fantasy IX, and I'm probably going to go back to play Final Fantasy VII Original.
I was just achievement hunting in Generations.
So I feel like the people who are bitching about the drought that have like a YouTube channel, that I can somewhat understand because they probably use it as their ad revenue and use it as their means to get paid. You can still be a bitch about it, but I can at least understand it somewhat. But for the other people, it's like, you do realize
they've made it their personality.
There are other games besides Sonic. Don't get me wrong, I love Sonic.
Don't make your life revolve around one thing.
Yeah, I can play other games like Metroid, Final Fantasy, you know, Monster Hunter, Dragon Quest. There's so much shit. Not to mention just watching different movies, watching TV, doing something else. It's like, guys, you know, who fucking cares? When it comes, it comes. That's life.
We have officially reached the double the length of the credits when we.
Yes, but it needed to be said.
But, you know, thank you for coming to our TED Talks where we talk about Sonic and the Sonic fan base over the credits, and then half of the part it's just blank stuff. I don't know, Dad, you're gonna have to put something entertaining for like the rest.
We'll put your artwork. We'll put your
artwork. We'll just do a fucking. I'll give you like a few illustrations of my Sonic stuff. And you can just make a slideshow PowerPoint presentation.
Hold on now. Before we actually close this out, I have to right a wrong that I made in the deleted recording, because in spite of everything, and like I am looking forward to whatever they seem to be concocting, but deep inside I still want my Sonic Heroes 2, and I don't care what anyone says, I will eat that up if that ever happens. It's not gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen.
Hey, I'd like a Sonic Heroes 2 if the game was good.
I mean,
but every time they try to attempt Heroes, it always sucks.
So yeah, it's not gonna happen. That's
Team Sonic Racing. We had something with that.
But with that was Sonic Colors. You did a good job, Deji, and I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, I forget. Yeah. Massive props for all the red rings.
I'll take it that our next big Sonic playthrough is going to be Lost World then.
Yes.
All right. In the meantime,
you should record Banjo.
I have no idea what this is going up after or, you know, going up before, because we have like the rest of Sly, we have X4, we have another playthrough.
This goes up after X4.
Okay. And then I'm assuming, I guess after this, I guess it'll be Shovel Knight or Spectre of Torment.
And then Mighty Number 9.
Fuck off. Alright, let's get out of here before we
looking forward to Lost World.
Bye.